1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself. The fall. Hello friends, and welcome back to Swift Lessons for part number 1 of my lesson series on Shallow from the Star Is Born soundtrack. In this lesson, I'm going to be taking you through the intro and verse, fingerpicking, and chord progressions. You can follow along using my tablature at patreon.com/swiftlessons, where you can also access my Guitar Pro 7 files and PDF study guide. Let's get started. Okay, close look at the fretboard and also my pick in hand. We're in standard tuning, key of G major. We're getting started with line number 1, following along using your tablature, and you can print this tablature out and also access my Guitar Pro 7 file at patreon.com/swiftlessons. So getting started with line number 1, it's going to sound like this, real slow. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so very simple. We're getting started with the chord E minor 7. 2nd fret of the A string, 2nd fret of the D string, and 3rd fret of the B string, strumming from low E to high E. There's your E minor 7 chord. And we're using basic kind of folk or Travis style finger picking technique. Thumb designated to the low strings, E, A, and D. My index finger designated to the G string, middle finger to the B string, and my ring finger to the high E string. We're starting off. Very simple finger picking pattern there. Low E string, open G string, and then the B string, and then back to the open G. Okay, from there, we're going to grab the chord D/F sharp. Just grab a D major chord, 2nd fret of the G string, 2nd fret high E, 3rd fret B. Wrap your thumb around and grab that F sharp note on the 2nd fret of the low E string. We're going to play. Okay, so that was the bass note, F sharp, and then 2 strings, G and B together. Alright, before going to the chord G major, where we're just going to let it ring for a measure. Okay, now this G major chord, I've got the 3rd fret of the low E string, and also the 3rd fret of the B string. I'm grabbing the low E string, G string, and B string together in a triple pluck. That's a full measure of music right there. If we put it together, we have. Okay, we're gonna let that G major chord ring out for 1 measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, from there, we're gonna go to a C major chord and play. Really pretty little melody there. We have the C major chord, 3rd fret A, 2nd fret of the D, and 1st fret of the B. Your standard garden variety C major chord. We're going to pluck A, G, B. Grab your pinky, is going to go to the 3rd fret of the B string. So far you have. Okay, that's where that melody's starting. Then go back to the G string open, back to the root note A string, and then to the high E string, and then the B string, with your pinky still down. Okay, so this is a C add 9 if you had that pinky down, okay? One more time with the string names. A, G, B, B, G, A, E, B. Now, if we put those 3 measures together, we have the first line of tablature. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, C. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, very good so far, everybody. Now we're moving on to line number 2, where we're going to be finishing up this intro section. It's going to sound like this, starting from the end of line number 1. The C major chord. Okay, so this first measure here, it's going to sound like this real slow now. Okay, so we grab the G major chord, we're going to go bass, and then G and B together. Then we're going to go to a very simple D major chord. Okay, just grabbing the open D string, 2nd fret of the G, and also the 3rd fret of the B string. A triple pluck. Okay, some players might like to throw in a little slap. Alright, then from there we're going to have a little lick. Okay, so with this D major chord, my middle finger comes up, I'm going to do a hammer and a pull. Alright, so my finger came down on that 2nd fret and pulled off. Then grab the B string 3rd fret, and then the G string 2nd fret. Now my index finger is doing this on my picking hand. Okay, if you want to get a little bit of the D string involved there, on that final upstroke with the index finger, that'll sound nice as well. Okay, put that measure together and we have. Alright, then from there, we're just repeating what you've learned so far. So that's a repeat of measure number 1. Then we just let that G major chord ring out, and that's going to get us into the verse section. Now, one of the things I want you to keep in mind for this G major chord is that really the chord that's being implied is G major 6. So if you have some open space and you want to throw in a little bit of extra picking, that open E string is going to sound very nice for this type of track. Okay, putting our entire intro section together now at a nice slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, C, G, 2, 3, 4. Okay, tremendous work everybody. You have your intro section down, and that's going to give you most of the tools you need for playing through the verse sections of this song. Now before we jump in, I want to let you know that there's a lot of variation played throughout the tune, especially over the C major chord, different patterns being performed on different measures. So what I've done is just grabbed an example of a finger picking pattern that you can apply to all your C major chords. It comes from the track, specifically from the verse that Lady Gaga sings. Okay, so this is what we're going to play for our verse section at a nice slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and okay, so as you can see, it's just a slight variation to what we played in our intro section. It's going to start off the exact same way. Letting that G major ring for a measure. Now, we're going to change up the C major chord. You can play some variation of this picking pattern. Okay, so that was A, G, B, G, A, B, G, D. Or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, then jump into the G major chord, triple pluck, and then that lick. Shortened and played slightly later than it was in the intro section. Just a quick hammer on, and then grab the 3rd fret of the B string with your middle finger here on your picking hand. All in all, that's going to be repeated 4 times through. Okay, let's see if we can play through that entire verse section. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, like I said, do that 4 times. Then, kind of like to connect the 2 verses together and the sections that Bradley Cooper sings and Lady Gaga sings, we're just going to play that main riff twice. 3, repeat. Okay, then Lady Gaga will come in. Tell me something, boy. So on and so forth. Okay, so there you have it, everybody. Congratulations. You have the intro and the verse section down for this part 1 of my lesson series on Shallow. I'm going to be back probably in a week or so with a full lesson breaking down the entire tune, including the chorus and bridge sections. Alright friends, thanks so much for checking out part number 1 of my lesson series on Shallow. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Big thanks to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftLessons. Hope you're enjoying all those extra resources. And thanks to you guys, I got many more lessons coming up. So keep checking in. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.